We had a weed on you, woo! Ha ha ha, woo! We had a weed on you in the first half, woo! We had weed on you, woo! Had weed on you, woo! We scored on first possession, woo! Halftime of the Georgia versus Valtard game, and Georgia takes a 24-10 lead into the locker room at Sanford Stadium North up in Knoxville, Tennessee. Pretty dominating performance by Georgia in the first half of this game here. Outside of Tennessee's very first possession of the game, well, they've done absolutely nothing outside of their first possession of the game. It was pretty clear that Tennessee spent a week scripting about 10 to 12 plays for them to use on their first possession, and they worked pretty well. Georgia then, of course, adjusted to the speed of Tennessee's offense, made the necessary changes that they needed to make, and have completely shut the Josh Heupel Valtard offense down after that, holding them to nothing more than a field goal for the remainder of the first half. Hendon Ho with a turnover, and Tennessee just completely gave up at the end of the first half there. Didn't even want to try anything because, well, if they would have tried anything, it most likely would have resulted in another turnover. On 1st and 10, Georgia sacked them there, and then Tennessee just stood around with their thumbs up their butthole and let the last 25 seconds tick off the clock. And Josh Heupel and the Tennessee Tards take 2 timeouts, put them in their pocket, and head to the locker room for a prayer meeting, which is going to be as useless as it sounds. Georgia gets the ball to start the second half. If Georgia goes down and scores a touchdown and goes up to 31-10, the game is over. Now, the game is over now. The game was over before the game started. The game was over yesterday. But, I mean, literally, if Georgia goes down and scores a touchdown on their first possession here to start the second half, 31-10, no one's coming back from that deficit. You're not coming back from a 3-touchdown deficit against this defense. It's not going to happen. Didn't take long for Tennessee fans to start booing injuries in this game, but what do you expect from the most classless fan base in all of America? And the only thing I'm concerned about now when it comes to this game, and I'm just being honest, the only thing, well, there's 2 things I'm concerned about now in this game. Number 1, injuries, because Tennessee's field is probably the worst in America, and it's just known for injuries up there. Number 2, the only other thing I'm worried about in this game is that if it does get out of hand late in the third quarter or fourth quarter, the Tennessee fans are going to revert to their caveman nature and start throwing the mustard bottles and the golf balls and the other dumb shit that they like to do when their team is getting their doo-doo pushed in on the football field, which has become a regular occurrence in Knoxville, if you're a Tennessee fan, is watching your team come out and fall flat on their face. It's hilarious to me to read all the comments this week from Tennessee fans, but let's be real, they're going to be gone now. They'll hide. They're beating Georgia. They're throwing the goalpost. They're going to rush the field, tear the goalpost down, throw them in the Tennessee River. Okay. They'll disappear now. If they do show up, it's just going to be to brag about scoring a touchdown or to brag about having a lead over Georgia for 5 minutes in the first half or whatever it was. But Kirby Smart, Georgia, and me are absolutely dominating and humiliating the Tennessee football team and the Tennessee fans. And that's going to continue in the second half of this game. Don't worry, I'll be back when it's over to laugh at you some more. It will continue. That I can promise you. That I can promise you. Hendon Ho, hi ho, it's Hendon Ho we go. I should make a video where I just do that for 10 minutes. I might do that. I don't know. Florida State, Miami, pretty good game going on. Ohio State all over Purdue. Not surprised there. Suck nuts blowing them out at home. South Carolina, Missouri game. Pretty interesting so far. But anyway, it's hard to feel sorry for the Tennessee fans because y'all set yourself up for yet another disappointment. I tried to tell you all week long, don't hype yourself up about beating Georgia. Tennessee's lost something like 36 straight games to top 10 teams, but somehow they thought they were going to beat Georgia this year. It was just insane. You should have been happy with your 6 or 7 wins, whatever you end up with, and the fact that you're making a bowl game because, well, at Tennessee, that's an accomplishment, making a bowl game. You have more losing seasons in the last 13 years than you do bowl wins. So, I mean, making a bowl game is a huge accomplishment year 1 for Josh Heupel. So, anyway, I'll be back at the end of the game to laugh at you Voltards some more. If you want to come in the comment section and brag about scoring a touchdown, I'll be happy to point and laugh. Have a good morning.